What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the Film Cave episode. What episode is this?
70.
70. Episode 70. It's ya boy, Knight.
What's up, everybody? Logan here. Thanks to Cinemacon, we've got some little shit to talk about. So let's get it going, man. We got plenty.
We have plenty, and I'm excited to get into all of it, and things are still dropping, so I guess we'll have some announcements here and all that shit as the night goes on. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us, whether you're watching here, let me take my bifocals off, live and or on playback. We thank you so much. If you guys like what you see here, if you enjoyed the show, the camaraderie, the banter, the community, whatever, hit that thumbs up. Helps reach a lot more people who want to share. Hit the notification bell. Be reminded when all episodes drop. But most importantly, the easiest way, the simplest way, and most importantly, the cheapest way to show your love and support is to hit that subscribe button right down there. Down there. Do it. It's simple. It's easy. And just takes a click. Bloop, bloop.
It's very free, too. It's a great point. It's free as shit.
It's very damn free. You know, save
no reason not
burning
to.
a hole. Exactly. In the pocket. We like free shit, right? Anywho. Thank y'all. Whichever one you do, consider subscribing. If you don't, well, shame on you. But
yeah, asshole.
You dick. But no. So we have a lot of show for you guys tonight. We're talking, like I said, Cinemacon. We're talking Moon Knight. Some interesting castings, just everything. And as always, we'll spend the last about 15 minutes or so with you all to get your questions out. Anything you feel like we've missed throughout the show or want to elaborate more on, that is your time to do it. So make sure you stick around so we can keep track of everything. And plus, it's fun to stay. Why not? Are you ready, sir?
Very ready. Let's get it going, man.
Alrighty. I am incredibly blind. This is horrible. When people tell me I need to get like LASIK, but it frightens the shit out of me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. I've seen one too many Final Destination movies and horror shits, and
true.
There's like blades in your eyeball and they're ripping shit. It's too much.
And you're awake.
And I'm awake and they're clamping my fucking eyeballs like Clockwork Orange and all that shit.
You're not wrong.
It's frightening.
I have an eye doctor as a client of mine, and he like anybody that works for him, he basically gives them like the craziest deal on LASIK if they need it because he just does it to them.
Yes.
And I'm like, man, like, are you not scared? Like, one girl was like, her eyes like bled for like a week after, and she's like, yeah, it's a possible side effect. And I was like, you look horrifying. So yeah, it was something else.
That's fucking horrible. Fucking Casino Royale, Mads Mikkelsen just weeping blood.
There you go.
Yeah, I just don't want that chance because just my luck, my black ass would be the one to be like, shocking revelation today, young man. Yeah, no.
Lost both eyes today.
Right. Well, I'm going to fix them. Lost both today. Yeah. Like, no, I'm A-okay on that one. But
that's his
anywho,
villain origin story right there, guys.
That is my vengeance on all eye doctors, optometrists.
Yeah, he starts walking around doing echolocation. Just try to get Morbius 2.
Or just find a bat, right? Or just fucking bite my ass, some shit. All right. Anywho, let's get into the show, man. You ready?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's get
cool and gang. For those of you who do not know, me and Logan are a couple of what?
Fucking nerds.
Fucking nerds, man. Which means we talk about film any and all goddamn day. And yes, we do. That is accurate. But there are some times we want to branch outside of the world of film, and there's other things we're a little more passionate about. We like to talk about, skip genres, if you will. But sometimes, not even sometimes, let's just say every time, the world of film still finds a way to rear her beautiful head into the conversation because why?
She's a jealous ass bitch. Always.
She is a jealous ass bitch. This is very true. She does not like when we go behind her back and start talking about other things. She gets real Amber Heard-ish. And it's bad. She won't let us leave, man. She won't let us leave. Anywho, yes, this particular segment is called. We need to get a new update for this motherfucker. I'm getting kind of tired of looking at her. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
It's out there in the world. Yes, fuck Amber Heard.
Yes, fuck.
Yes, that rhymed too. Dr. Seuss. Bam, bars. All right. Anywho, it's out there in the world, like we said, and there's a particular fashion in which. Oh, you already did it. Oh, excuse me,
I got you.
Thank you so much. There's a particular fashion in which we go about out there in the world. Logan, do you mind telling the people, those who do not know, what particular fashion that might be?
That would be traditionary fashion, my friend.
You're goddamn right it is.
Jesus.
And instead, traditionary fashion. What do you have for us, sir? Lead the way.
Yeah. This time for out there in the world, I have one thing that's pretty cool that it went on sale, so I went ahead and dove in, and that is the art of the Batman.
I've been seeing that floating around actually.
It's normally $40 and it went on sale for, I think it was $27, and I was like, fuck it, let me just jump right in. And so I went and did it. It's I've barely started it, but I did like flip through some pages and concept art's there, but I did not realize, I thought it was just an art of, like, I have some books that are, the art of X, and I mean, it has very little information.
Art of X. Oh God, that's a lot of porn and Dixon.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot more bloody than you'd expect. But it's like, it'll show the picture and then just kind of a description of, like, I have one that's like the road to Endgame, and so it shows a picture of like Captain America from Infinity War, and it's like Steve Rogers in his old suit that the star has been ripped off and he's grown his hair out. And like, that's kind of what it says. Like, that's what you get. I did not realize that this book is similar to my prized possession, or one of them, which is the story of Marvel Studios, where it tells you the behind the scenes stuff involved. So, I mean, it's like a deep dive into the making of the movie, which is pretty legit. I'm actually really excited to keep going, because it's like a lot to read. I did not realize that. And that was what I saw on Twitter, was somebody said, like, they said this Art of Batman book is like hundreds of pages of something. And I was like, hundreds of pages? I was like, then it's not just concept art. Right. And sure enough, no, I mean, there's plenty to read. Let me see if I can just show you an example. Yeah. So here is a page to where it's the bat suit, and they just go all out. And I mean, this is multiple pages of stuff where they just take off, and they tell you all about it. And Matt Reeves has like an opening to it that he wrote, and it's like all of this is interviews with him and other people that made the movie talking about what they did. But the opening of it is just like a letter that he wrote for this book, and it's fucking fantastic. Like, he talks about how he's like, I was a weird kid, and I remember having a fever. I was sick, and I had a really high fever, and I started hallucinating that Batman was in my room. and he's like, and this is what he looked like. And he's like, I made the movie that Batman that I saw fit in. And he's like, even though I grew up on the, OG campy Batman, he's like, I saw this one, and he's like, so I made that one. And he like tells all, it was really cool. It's a cool little story. So
it's pretty dope,
I'm excited to jump into it, and we'll see how things go with it, because I've got plenty to read. I'll tell you that.
Alrighty. So for mine, this is going off of very breaking news, which is interesting, and I don't know what the hell is going to happen with this one. Yeah. Justin Lin pulls the fuck out of Fast 10. Yeah, and I believe I saw another article saying that it was being over creative differences.
Wow.
Which that's it's kind of frightening, because if you have somebody who's been there since fucking, I don't know how many movies, basically damn near day one almost, at least for the ones that matter and everybody loves. leaves on literally the finale.
Yeah, and didn't they start shooting already?
They did start shooting already. They
And
just
he
Vin Diesel
now.
just posted a video with them too, like, hey, and it's funny. It's funny because while Vin Diesel is shooting this video, it's him and Justin Lin on his Instagram page. Y'all can go look if you want. He's sitting there talking to the camera, and Justin Lin's here like, yo, we're here on Fast 10 and yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, he's talking. Justin Lin the whole time looks miserable. I'm like, bro, is he okay? Like, what is happening? Miserable. Like, barely saying anything, just keep going like, yeah, I don't know if I want to, like, literally miserable.
Yeah.
And then Vin Diesel as a force man at the end is like, would you say it's the best one? And Justin's like, yeah, it's very great.
Of course.
He's like, oh, type of shit, getting excited and all that. But the whole time, this man literally looks miserable. And now this comes out. I'm like, oh, so he wasn't happy with the shit. He was just like,
right,
this is.
And Vin probably forced him to just be a part of this promotional shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's because it sucks because it's prior to this they were like sharing pics of everyone now and leading up to it, like, oh shit, like we're in production, like this is cool. Momoa looks great, Charlize looks great. Oh my god, cool. And Justin Lin's like, deuces. But I'm staying on as producer. Good luck, whoever y'all get. So this causes great worry because if Justin Lin, and that's literally the heart and soul of like the films,
he made the good ones,
right? If he's out, I don't know who the hell they're going to get, and that worries me.
And they have no time to get them. I mean, the person has to be not busy right this second and willing to jump onto a completely unknown project to them in terms of like not being a part of pre-production or anything.
The only way, but he can't though. Fuck. I was like, the only way is forgiving, and I will be okay. Like, all right, this is great. Is if they went back and got James Wan.
Yeah. But he's working on Aquaman. Yeah.
So I'm just like, do not get F. Gary Gray. Do not go back and get him.
They might not have a choice. I mean,
do not get Rob Cohen. I think he's still alive. Don't get him, even though he did the first one. But like, no.
Oh yeah, they'll get Joss Whedon. That'd be great.
Disgusting. Get like fucking Peter Berg or fucking Michael Bay. They're gonna get Michael Bay. Get Michael Bay on the phone.
Would at least it would fit.
This movie is already gonna be booty ass ridiculous. Michael Bay would just add. Dear God.
Just take it to the next level.
There'll be people having a fucking barbecue, and all of a sudden a 20-mile long explosion just happened for no reason.
That's correct.
It's like, wait, what?
Just kill everyone. Yeah.
Why are things exploding? What's happening? So yeah, I'm greatly concerned. How do you feel about this, being the diehard fan you are?
Well, it's honestly very interesting to anytime something like this happens in especially a big budget movie that's currently in production. Like, it has to be a thing where there's something personal. For a director to leave a paycheck like that,
right,
when he's leaving, like if it was early on, like, hey man, I don't like what the script is looking like, I'm gonna back out before I get locked in too much. To leave now, it's not about the money. It's not about, because I bet you they offered him more money to stay once he said, hey, I'm about to dip. They're probably like, we will add another few $1 million if you just stick around. And he's like, nah, fuck this. So it does make you wonder, what are the creative differences? How high up are they coming from? That's why a lot of people online are immediately saying it looks like it could be related to Vin Diesel, because who else could come out and who else could argue with the director and make the director leave? Has to be the star, more than likely. So yeah, super interesting. As you were talking, I was looking at posts about it, and all these people were reiterating exactly what you said about it's got to be a problem with Vin, because everybody saw the post that he just had and he looks miserable. Like they're all like, it's obvious that it seems like that is a form of manipulation that Vin tries to do, because he did it with The Rock and he's doing it here, where if y'all have beef, he's going to say, I dare you to be public with it, basically.
And he just brought The Rock up again recently too. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad, is what
Hobbs,
it is.
which is still his best role. I'm like, God, really?
Okay.
Okay, guy.
But yeah, it's super interesting. I would love to hear, because that's the thing is if whatever beef it is runs deep enough, maybe he'll come out and say, here's what happened, and I had to leave.
He's not.
So.
He's not, sadly. But and I think, production has been halted. That's crazy.
Wow.
I think I may have, and I'm just spitballing here, but I know it would make me feel weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because coming up to this as well, and I'm sure it was not part of it originally, until this was mentioned.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel did some posts on his Instagram. And there was a fan that, said like, hey, Vin, like, I'm your biggest fan. Like, I grew up with you. Like, I love all the Riddick movies, this and that. I wish the film can go back to like the basics if it just ends on that kind of note and yada, yada, yada. Which had him thinking, and he did a whole post about that particular dude's comment and went crazy. Then he shares, hey, we promise you to bring the best one yet. And, Mia, my sister, like Mia Toretto's sister in the movie, wasn't even going to be in this movie. Like, she was written out completely. So we have to do family. And that brings us back to Pablo, which is Paul. And I just had a conversation with his mom, and she wants Pablo to be in this film to end the saga because, it's the end of it all. That would mean to obviously bring back Paul Walker, have him on screen, digitize him up with his brothers and all that other stuff, which to a lot of people, that is a sensitive thing. Like, that's a no-go. Like, you ended him beautifully.
Yeah.
We know he's around in the universe. We don't need to see him because that's just, it's weird. It's different.
I agree.
And I think ever since that, and speaking to his mom, Vin was like, hey, yo, we need to get Pablo in here. It's the only way, yada, yada. And Justin's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, we
not
can't.
A chance.
Right. So I think, honestly, that may have played a factor. I'm not saying all, but I think that might have played a factor into that.
I could definitely see that being the case, because not only are you doing something incredibly insensitive and something you said you'd never do by bringing him back after you gave him an ending already and a good reason to leave, by the way, but you want to do it as the movie's already in production? You want to rewrite parts of the story to make it like
some Vin Diesel shit?
I mean, what are you thinking? So I could definitely see that being the case. I could see, Justin Lin wanting to not have his name on something like that. So maybe that is it. And it's very weird. Something that social media has done, it's a mixture of social media plus when the person it's about is freely open to kind of expose themselves in what they're doing. But Vin Diesel he seems to be a very manipulative star. I mean, because you already know he went and spoke to Paul Walker's mother to basically tell her why we need to bring him back into the movies, and I need your blessing, and I'm not leaving here without it. Basically, is how that conversation, I'm sure.
Or even if she came to him, I'd have been like, "Listen, with all due respect, Mom, I can't do that."
Yeah,
like it's
exactly.
like I completely get it, but that is insensitive. We gave him a perfect, beautiful ending.
Right.
The fans, if this causes backlash, which I'm sure there'll be some people like, ooh, that's probably what Justin was like, had nothing to do with it. I'm back here.
Right.
My name's just on it. It has a credit. I wasn't even on set. I have no idea what's happening. I Spielberg that shit. Don't know. The question is now just who they're gonna get, man. And that
I hear you.
That worries me because it's so, like you said, last minute. Like, you have to get somebody who's just available, who's there, who's chilling.
Someone that can
grab anybody.
Yeah, someone that can look at the shooting schedule and just put the camera on the talent. I mean, that's all they're doing. There's no passion involved because they're too late.
Unless they go for David Leitch. That's the only other one I
Okay.
could see them doing that, because obviously he did Hobbs and Shaw and then Deadpools and all that shit. You can go for them. You can go for, well, Chad is working on something. I was about to say Chad Stahelski, whatever his name is, one of the John Wick directors, who's doing mad movies right now, but I think he's shooting something right now, actually.
Sure.
So yeah, I don't know who they're gonna get. If it's F. Gary Gray, I'm gonna tell you now, that shit was going to highly infuriate me. Because till this day, of the most recent ones, that's still the worst one. Fate of the Furious.
I got you.
I cannot.
I mean, I honestly think that the most recent one was the worst one compared to that one, but I can see why you might think the other way.
Yeah, at least as outlandish it is, the recent one still had its core of like Justin and everyone. It still felt like a Fast and Furious movie. This other one was like, Fate of the Furious just felt so out of place. I don't know.
It was all right. Kenya, Paul Walker, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, but because he had a family, he got out of the business basically, and that was like, hey, I'm out of here kind of thing.
Yeah. So
that was his character's ending.
He had a family, and he missed and enjoyed the life of the fight. And it was like, you can't do that shit anymore. Like, you have a family, relax, go do that. And he became the world's greatest babysitter for a few movies in the shadows until he pulled up at the barbecue.
But it's also funny though that in this last one, Vin has a baby, and he's like, "Fuck it, let's take the baby mama and I off a cliff in this car and like pendulum our ass."
Huh? Oh, the baby mama.
Is that not the baby mama, or was it the other lady?
Letty is not the baby mama.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But adoptive,
Giselle
was, in a way.
The stepmom. I guess you want to call it.
Let's just go ahead and launch us off a fucking cliff. I think that's pretty funny that it's like he forced Paul Walker to leave. You got a baby, like that's my sister.
Well, to be fair, he tried, but Letty was like, "Motherfucker, this ain't us. We ain't Paul. We ain't Brian. Let's go. We about to fight."
That's because Letty's a fucking lunatic. She didn't have that baby. She don't care.
Right. Okay. Well, you have anything else? Because I have one more.
Only other thing is the Lightyear trailer, which you apparently haven't seen.
I have not seen.
But it sells the movie on a brand new thing that I wasn't expecting with the movie. That sounds super interesting, and I like what they're doing. There's a part of me that's a little torn between the two options, but I don't think that you want to know. But
I think I probably don't. I kind of saw some shit floating around about it, but I really wasn't paying attention to it.
Yeah.
Something about I don't know.
No. Well, what did you hear?
God, I think some shit we already known though. Like it was based off, obviously the real person the toy is based off of all the good shit. But I feel like I forgot what it was. But it was mad tweets going on about it. I just didn't pay any attention to it. That's why, like, it can't be it because we already knew that little.
Right. No, this is basically like you get to see where Taika comes in and stuff like that, and it's in the trailers. Can I just say it? Do you really can't be spoiled for an animated Pixar movie?
No, I mean fine. I don't care. I'm still gonna watch it.
It's time travel. He goes through the portals and he comes out and he thinks he's back in the normal time, and he's like 40 years in the future. And it's like cool. Why they went and got Chris Evans is because it's a man at a time again. And and so like
that's not bad.
Black astronaut woman that he's with in the previous trailers, that To Infinity and Beyond and all that kind of stuff, they almost perfectly copy that model and has the same name, and he's like, hey, like, oh my god, it's you. And she's like, oh no, that's my grandmother. And like it's a different voice. It's Keke Palmer as the voice of this new girl, and then Taika's on the team and all that. So pretty cool. It's man at a time. I'm always a sucker for that. Like Wonder Woman 1, Captain America 1, even 1984 Wonder Woman movie's garbage, but I do like, even though it's stupid, Chris Pine's real good in that movie with the Man at a Time. You know,
they're not the problem of the movie.
Yeah. Well, Gal's really bad, but Chris Pine's great.
Well, their chemistry.
Correct. Their chemistry. You're right. So yeah, I'm interested to see what happens because basically they're like, well, thank God you're here because the only thing we don't have is a pilot because it looks like losing him might have like destroyed the space program that he was a part of or something. So yeah, super interesting. I'm excited. But
okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, I mean, you should watch the trailer because it's fucking dope. Like, it does a really good job.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I just didn't know it dropped. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And no, Kenya, do not go see X. Were you not here last week?
Do you know how many people have said this week that they saw that and they thought it was incredible?
Oh God.
After what you told me, and I gotta tell you, I told my cousin to like watch the show about you talking about it, and so he went and started looking up clips, and he was like, "This is the craziest, dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life." And so to hear people like saying, "I'm so glad like high quality horror is still coming out," after what you said, I'm like, what? Like people's expectations are
really low,
all over the place. Like it's crazy.
Really low. That's what made me want to go see the movie was that word of mouth. I was like, oh shit,
right.
All right, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, what the fuck am I watching? But I mean, listen, Candy, go make up your own mind. Don't let me deter you. Go see it if you want to. I'm not gonna tell you not to, but good luck.
But don't.
Right. Good luck. Okay. Lastly, my little point here for out there in the world is a very sensitive, heartbreaking subject. We got swept.
Oh, God, you scared the fuck out of me. That's what was going on. Yeah.
No, we got swept.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The only team that did not win a single game in this first round, Boston whooped our ass, and I feel incredibly bad. I feel bad for KD. I'm just gonna fucking say it. I do, because he's the only motherfucker that gave since he came into Brooklyn his whole entire my give all.
Yeah.
Kyrie fucking abandoned him. Where the reason we're in this fucking position is because of him. Not gonna hold you. James Harden, we know what happened with that fuck. Ben Simmons, this dumbass, I have no idea. Oh, this man is just completely taking advantage of the entire league. Isn't doing a goddamn thing, can't get his story straight. We have two bigs who are fucking stupid, who can't do anything. Claxton just set an all-time playoff high of missing fucking free throws in a first round of 10 straight. Missed them all, which would have been in great position if you had not done that as well.
Sure.
We just need to make a lot of changes this off season. KD needs to have his balls dropping, but like Kyrie, look, like because Kyrie was absent this entire series outside of game one, absent. Needs to have a conversation. Nash needs to go. We need to get more and better pieces. A true fucking big man. Hopefully Joe Harris could come back because he was missed. It hurts greatly. So now I'm clinging and holding on to my Warriors. That at least they make it, so I can at least be 1 out of 2 correct or some shit. This is dumb, man.
Yeah, that's wild.
And of course, everybody and their mother, which have nothing to do with anything, LeBron. I'm like, oh my God, can this man
Why
rest?
are they bringing him up?
I have no fucking idea. LeBron would never. LeBron did. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you dick riding assholes. One has nothing to do with the other. This man is chilling in Cancun while y'all swinging from his nuts.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with one or the other. I hate LeBron fans. Oh my God. But I just want to get that out and vent because that really, really hurt.
Sure. Yeah. My only thing is,
fucking sucks.
Because obviously I didn't watch any of them or anything, but I thought I heard people saying that there were like out of these 4 games, were there some games that KD didn't do very well either? Like he struggled or something? Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, I mean,
absolutely. In this last game, he was like, "Fuck it," and just started doing KD. I was like, "All right, cool."
Skip. But yeah, no, it's wild because especially whenever Ben Simmons came over after James Harden fucked everything up, it was like, oh, thank God, Ben Simmons is here. He's gonna get healthy. It's gonna be fine. Even if he doesn't, y'all still should be in a great position. You know, like you got two of the best, you know, playmakers in the league, like literally.
Yeah.
And so it's super weird to see them get swept by obviously a well-built Boston team, but like Jason Tatum is not KD.
Yeah, they had no business.
And they don't have a Kyrie like that. I mean, so yeah, pretty wild. Obviously not what any of us expected. I mean, obviously with the Lakers, no one expected Russell Westbrook to really suck bad enough. It's weirdly similar because Westbrook shit the bed and then AD was hurt the whole time. And LeBron's old ass did work, but that's not enough. Like you can't just, you know, it's exactly what happened with KD in that last game. I mean, you can score 40 and lose every fucking game.
Yeah.
Period.
That's what happened because he got fucking abandoned by the homeboy that abandoned him the whole season and left him again high and dry. I'm like, bro, where did you go?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Definitely would not have guessed that to be the case
at all.
Yeah, for sure.
At all. And it's single-handedly the worst officiated fucking series I've ever seen in my life.
Shit, really?
I was like, what is happening on either side? I'm not even going to say on either fucking side. Of course, some came a little more favors than others. So I'm just like, what are y'all seeing and doing?
That's wild.
Like the most fouls ever, and like the fucking it was
really
beyond dumb.
Yeah.
I'm like, can we get rid of these people, please? They didn't, and it made it worse.
Which I did see, like when it going back to Ben Simmons, just to dog on him a little bit more, because I
standing around look like a fucking fruity pebble.
That's what's funny. Is like, hey man, if you're hurt, I almost like it more if you're not there. Like, you need to be getting treatment while they're playing the game, like so that you can play the next game. And so that was the thing. Was I did see Chris Broussard. You know, he tweeted it out, but I didn't watch the clip. But he basically said on TV that he's like, I don't think he's hurt. Like he's like, I think his, you know, his heart is hurt and his mind is hurt. And he's scared to play professional basketball. And that's super weird because
he's bullshit. There's nothing wrong with this man.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it's really weird. Because of course now I'm seeing people say swap Ben Simmons for Russell Westbrook. And I'm like, I don't want that fucking guy. And y'all don't want that fucking guy. So like, not a chance.
At all. And now this man's saying it's his mental health again. Like, which one is it?
Correct.
Is it your back or fucking mental health?
Right.
Because switches up every week.
Well, it's the thing. It's like you were hurt and people dogged you, and now your mental health's hurt again because you're letting people dog you online and get sad about it.
Yeah, but he wants to sit on the sidelines looking stupid.
Yeah. So
Jesus Christ.
I did see somebody say, you know, Larry fucking Bird, when he got older, was out there playing every night with absolute severe back pain.
Right.
And he would get subbed out and be laying on the ground like in excruciating pain. And then they say, hey, you're back in. And he would stand the fuck up and run out there and score 40. Like,
all the legends of great people are doing it.
And it's the thing of like, I get it too, where you can have the argument of like with KD, he shouldn't have played when he was hurt and it fucked him up more, all that kind of stuff. But like,
he did what's best for his fucking team.
It's just interesting that Ben Simmons finessed the league this season.
Really? And he got paid for it.
Yeah, he did not play a game. That's crazy. On two different teams.
Right, and that's why he's sitting out still to collect his shit and then like, okay, I might get better in the off season.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
that'll be wild to see I mean, if he's not there opening night, like ready to fucking go, can you imagine if he got cut? Like, what if they just cut him?
At this point, deserves to be. Because like
just send him back to Australia. And
they announced him ready for game 4. Like, we're expecting him to be ready game 4. Listen to him. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. That happens. Oh, now, sorry, my mental health. Huh? Bro. Suck a toe.
Yeah.
Suck a big ass toe. But anywho. I digress. Sorry.
Sure.
That's all I got. Is there anything else that you have, sir?
I think that was it.
Cool and Gang sounds all right to me. I want to thank y'all so much for embarking and enduring that fucking rant that I had. Thank you so much if you liked it. If you felt like we missed anything, again, there will be time at the end of the show for you to vent it all out and let us know. We'll do our best to cover it. And if you made it this far, hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. All right. So there was a little event that's been happening and still currently happening. We have the comic again. I keep wanting to say Comic-Con every goddamn time. Cinemacon.
Yeah.
is going on right now. And has been for a few days, and a lot of interesting announcements and things have been dropping. Excuse me, lots of banners and posters and castings and apparently trailers and
Images,
everything.
all
Images
yeah.
that we don't get to see at all.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's happening. So now we're going to go over it, give our thoughts, see what's going on. You have the stuff pulled up, right? Everything to recent?
I believe I do, yes.
Because I saw a few, it's just like, what in the fuck?
Right. So some of the big ones, like, so Sony was yesterday, and some of the big ones was, before the sequel to Spider-Verse was a part 1, part 2, and they have changed the title of the second one. Instead of being Across the Spider-Verse part 1, part 2, the second movie is now called Beyond the Spider-Verse.
So part 1 is Across, part 2 is Beyond?
Beyond, correct.
Okay.
I think that's fine. I mean, I actually kind of like, I don't know the story, but separate them out. You know what I mean?
I hate that it's delayed.
Correct. But apparently Across the Spider-Verse has the biggest team ever on an animated movie of all time. I think he said like over 1,000 people are working on the movie.
Damn.
Which is pretty wild. But
Oscar Isaacs is in this one too, right? Isn't he playing Spider-Man 2099?
2099, yeah.
Okay.
So that's, pretty cool. Obviously very excited for that. And then the big one about the little one was Sony has announced that Bad Bunny, who I don't even know who that is, but
you know who Bad Bunny is?
Yeah, I looked him up. But Bad Bunny will play El Muerto, and it will make him the first Latino lead in a Marvel movie in live action. And the movie's out in 2024. And this is hilarious because I saw people that are like massive comic book fans asking, who the fuck is this? Like, who is El Muerto?
Literally somebody who challenged Spider-Man to a fucking wrestling match one time.
Right. And from what I've heard, El Muerto is in a Spider-Man comic twice.
Yeah.
He's in 2 comics. And all these people are like, y'all have Spider-Man Noir right the fuck there. Y'all have Miles Morales if you wanted to right the fuck there. You have all these different Spider-Man that you could do. 2099, you have all of them. And y'all are going with El Muerto?
Or a better character.
Correct, yeah.
Like another better Latin character, whichever.
So super interesting, but do you have any thoughts?
So, I think it's really dumb. It's Sony being Sony again and not knowing what the fuck they're doing.
Also, Venom 3 is announced. Sorry.
Yes, I did peep that, which I don't know.
Give a fuck. I don't think I'll see it.
I'm excited to see Tom Hardy again, but like I just can't keep going off that. So here's my thing with this. What frustrates me, and I tweeted this a little bit. You have a grand international talent in Bad Bunny, who is likable. He is talented, great music, attractive fellow, the whole nine.
Yeah.
You're wasting him to break grounds on a Sony picture that's going to be ass. Instead of going over, I'm going to hold off and let's see what Marvel Studios, what are they cooking up over there? Hey, Sony's offering us this. What do you have? Is there anything down the pipe we can kind of talk about or see or do something? Don't waste the first on a shitty property like Sony for El Muerto, a fucker who fought Spider-Man one time and whose mask imbues him with powers or whatever the fuck it is. It's completely dumb.
Yeah.
I don't mind that it's Bad Bunny. Do you? I found it very interesting. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you do not have a movie like that anymore. Like, you're in Bullet Train coming up. Cool. That looks like it's about to be very short. It's not leading a whole movie. But I'm like, okay, this motherfucker does WWE a few times, and now it's like, I'm gonna make a movie about this motherfucker. Okay,
Very
so I'm not very hopeful in this. I just hate that new ground and diversity is being broken for Sony on a movie that's going to be ass on a character that nobody knows. And Sony does not have the power or history to push an unknown character for people to care about like MCU could do.
I mean, it's weirdly similar to how we all kind of felt with just the feeling of, oh, Batgirl is on HBO Max, the movie for Batgirl. It's like, okay, cool. You're doing woman of color, lead movie, part of the Bat family, but you make it an HBO Max exclusive.
Right.
And it's like, why are you sidelining them? Same thing, Blue Beetle or Static Shock. One of them is, and so it's like having Sony make this movie, which I'm hoping it's kind of what we talked about last week, where Bad Bunny's actually been cast in this role for 6 months. The whole reason the movie's being made is because somebody wrote an incredible script for it, and it's been rewritten and fixed up over these months, and now they're going to go make it for a 2024 release because 2022 is halfway done almost. So like, you got 2 years to put this out, and it might even be January of 2024 that it's coming out.
I don't know, but you just said incredible script and Sony in the same sense.
And so that's what I'm saying is, but we all know that this is not the case.
Yeah.
He just got cast. He might have gone to Sony and said, hey, y'all are doing this villain shit. I was just in your Bullet Train movie. Y'all got, a character for villains of Spider-Man that I could be? And they're like, yeah, fuck it. Let's see if we can make somebody write this script real quick and we'll shoot it. Because they're treating Spider-Man villain movies like fucking horror movies. Do them for cheap, get them out, they'll make money. Fuck it. And I mean, I guess I can't blame them, but this is absolutely insane. Like,
I can blame them, and I will. I hope, because it's not like you have to, but I guess 2024 is a lot of time. He's still does not know how to speak English very well, like at all. Like, he just purely say like 2 words and the rest is Spanish.
Oh, I did not know that.
So I'm just like, I hope, like, obviously they're gonna give him an English and dialect coach. You have to work your ass off. That's a long time to try to nail down an entire language.
Yeah.
Like, he comes and goes. He says like a few things, but it's not like a whole long running on thing. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm not mad at the casting. Do you? It's Bad Bunny. It's smart. Do you get international audiences? All that. Cool.
Yeah, sure.
But just Sony wasn't the look, bro. Especially for your first movie and the first Latino fucking.
Well, it's like, congratulations. You just ended your, comic book career by going with them.
Basically.
I mean, you act like Jared Leto's ever going to come back. They're not going to bring him back, or they shouldn't. Yeah. But that's the other thing is people are like, wait, are you actually about to make El Muerto a part of the Sinister Six? Like, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
So
that's their answer to Bane. Yay! I don't know. It's just insane. All right, so that we have Venom 3, like we said, which cool. I guess we expected that. I honestly didn't, because just No Way Home, I just thought that was kind of it for Tom. Like, I did the sequel, I did this, send me back. They're doing their own thing now. Cool. I guess not.
Which I did see somebody say and obviously I don't know how legit this is or whatever, but basically it sounds like obviously Sony is setting up their own Sinister Six in the Sonyverse. They now and did before want Tom Holland to somehow come over to this universe, do the Sinister Six, and still be in good spirits with Marvel Studios. I don't know how that works out.
Me neither.
And from what I heard, what I saw somebody say, is apparently Sony also kind of got a little nervous about that. So they did actually approach Andrew Garfield.
Oh, Jesus.
And he told them to fuck all the way off.
I'm gonna say I hope he was smart enough to be like, yeah, no.
Yeah. So now they are back because they've got Tom, you know. So it sounds like they're going to do this with Tom.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Very interesting. We'll see what happens. But I mean, if it was my choice, Sony would stop making movies, period. But
I really hope not.
Here we are.
That's dumb. All right, what else was there? What do we got?
Then besides that, we've got as of now, Warner Brothers has completed their panel, and from what I understand, the first thing that came out was
not seeing anything drop. So
the Batman sequel is greenlit, confirmed, ready to go. Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves coming back. Shocker, absolutely. After what it's done, after it broke all the records for HBO Max, all that shit, they're not going to make a sequel. Why would they do that?
Right. Absolutely not.
So
it was horrible.
Obviously, I'm excited. I hoped for more information.
Not that soon.
Just like it would have been cool that if Matt Reeves was like, also here's who the villain is. Like, I've already figured this out. Surprise type of thing. And that's just me being hopeful, but
it's the Joker. No, that'd be hilarious.
But yeah, I've seen so many people coming up with titles.
Yeah, I saw the one that you liked. I'm like, Jesus.
So Cold Case is one. I saw another one that was like,
just like Cold Case Files.
Exactly. That's what's always in my head. Just like Cold Case Files.
Just like Cold Case Files.
And Step Brothers. But I think I saw another one that was like Frozen Nights or something like that.
Ooh, a cold night or something.
And and they called it, I think it was Frozen Nights, and they did a picture with like also a robin, so it's like nights plural. But I don't need that necessarily. But
nope, don't at all.
But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of. Oh man, my cousin has a good one that is actually my favorite so far. Let me see if I can just find that really quick. Shit.
Let's like Batman. Let's kick some ice.
Heart of Ice. I do like Heart of Ice.
That's
yeah, I think that one works pretty well. But yeah, so Batman sequel. Big surprise there.
Big surprise. We'll see what happens. I'm
here for it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
My most anticipated movie of whatever year that comes out. Let me know.
Heard it. Right.
Not until 2028.
I know. I would be so sad.
Right. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Don't do that because Robert Pattinson's not exactly a young bone. So just
they need to get this thing going.
Yeah, they do. But other two things I did see a bunch. I know you're not going to point out because you don't care about them. But we saw the banner for John Wick 4. Very excited about that.
Oh yeah, that came out like before Cinemacon even started.
Yeah.
They somehow had that come out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. And then what I'm really excited for, which the cast has me a little like, wait, what? This is who we're going with? This type of movie? Yes. Expendables 4.
Two movies I won't watch. It's great.
Absolutely. Yeah, shame on you, pal. They're fucking great. You're missing out. Yeah, I saw the banner for Expendables 4. And I'm just like, who they have in it? I'm like, what the fuck? 50 Cent threw me the fuck off. I'm like, why is 50 Cent in this? I have no idea. They like to mix up young bloods with like legends, but I'm just like, is he in action here? Like, I put it up here. Let's see who we got. Statham, of course. 50 Cent, who is second build, he's behind Jason Statham, so he's gonna be in this motherfucker a lot.
Oh wow.
Megan Fox. Okay.
Oh fuck.
Fucking Megan Machine Gun Kelly over here. Dolph Lundgren, of course. Tony Jaa and Iko Uwais, which those two badasses. I'm amazing.
Sure.
Therefore. Randy Couture is back. Jacob Scipio, have no idea who the fuck that is. Levi Tran, no idea. Andy Garcia and Sylvester Stallone. So Sylvester Stallone's definitely fucking dying in this one. And then fucking Andy Garcia, I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna be like another fucking recruitment guy like Kelsey Grammer was for the third one. Not gonna be doing any action, just there like, hey, I got some recruits for you. Probably gonna be it. And I'm sure a lot more people that haven't been announced that's gonna be cameoed and surprises.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for that. The first three are great, fun times, dumb action hero shits. Love them. We'll see. Definitely not going to be any Bruce or Arnold in this one, it seems. So yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Not for Bruce, it's not, but Arnold, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? He might pop the fuck up. Who knows?
Yeah, that's pretty funny though. I did forget that banner got shown.
Yeah.
Okay, so other things that happened with WB and Cinemacon was The Flash. They showed some footage from The Flash.
So I heard.
Apparently, our good boy Michael Keaton
Nostalgia piece
says a very well-known line.
Yep.
About if you want to get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
And then something else that I did not even know was happening in this movie. I don't know if you read this or not.
I didn't read everything on it yet, so no. Lay it on me.
The trailer shows a quick. Okay, I'll just read this tweet. So you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. We just saw a new trailer for The Flash that ends with Michael Keaton, his Batman delivering that classic Batman line. A bunch of new footage, including several Batman suits, Batmobile shots, and a quick look at Michael Shannon's Zod too.
Oh, yeah.
What the
fuck? I did
fuck?
see that. You didn't know he was in it?
Did not know that he was in it.
Oh,
and
He is in it.
so basically my cousin was like, okay, so he's gonna kill baby Superman, and that's gonna be the end of Henry Cavill. And I'm like, motherfucking bitches. That really pisses me off.
Like that could be it, actually. Because in the Flashpoint, you didn't watch Flashpoint Paradox, right?
No, sir.
That's right, because you haven't touched a DC movie in 10 years.
That's correct. 10 months.
So in that world that he goes to, which undoubtedly is where Michael Keaton's ass would be.
Yeah.
Superman crash landed on Earth per usual, but the army and everything immediately captured him and just soaked him into red like sunlight beams, kryptonite type shit. Something that drains his power. He cannot grow. So literally he's like a twig. He's like a little anorexic Superman. He's just chilling like, hey, but he's still powerful as shit. So I'm guessing maybe in that world, he crashed lands like, what the fuck is this? Take him as a baby or a younging, whatever. Zod's like, no, Kal-El, you have to save Krypton, and fucking goes and kills him.
Just fucking think.
Right. Pew! Like, well, that's that. Ready the space engine.
Yeah.
And fucking
Ready the penis ships.
I'm about to say, I'll put the baby in a dick ship and just fucking flies him off into the Phantom Zone. It's like, there you go. And that's probably that's probably right. Yeah, they'll probably kill him off and then. Yeah. He's not watching this shit anytime soon, can you? God damn it! Come on now.
Yeah. Other things was Shazam: Fury of the Gods. They showed some footage from that. Mm-hmm. Apparently, it starts with a joke between Shazam and Helen Mirren talking about Fast and Furious.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Says he makes a joke to her about
meta.
Fast and Furious and about family, and that causes the Shazam family to show up. Like that's how he like brings them in. It's like it's about family. But Frosty from Collider, he said the clip Warner Brothers showed from Shazam Fury of the Gods had a joke about Fast and Furious and family, And the timing with the news about Fast X today made a lot of us in the press section laugh out loud. He said footage looks so good. Oh, that's right. It doesn't open with that. It says opens with Shazam and Wonder Woman, but it isn't Wonder Woman. You will see. So not sure what's up with that.
Probably it's like a cosplayer or something.
Yeah, something. But yeah, apparently that movie's great because they moved it up and all that shit. So good for them. And then Aquaman. They showed footage from Aquaman. It looks. Frosty said it looks awesome, bigger than the first film with new characters and locations. It seems like Black Manta has been maybe taken over by this dark energy, and his new ship looks very cool. Can't believe we have to wait until March of next year to see it.
Yeah,
which does suck.
Him and Orm
are together. Yeah, correct.
Manta and his army. So we'll see. I
know.
I'm really hoping that we get an announcement of some reshoots coming up. I really do. If WB is smart, they'll do this shit, especially with this trial shit. If they are smart, they will do this shit because this is the most hilarious fucking trial ever in life.
Right.
I just want to say that.
I can't believe they're putting it out live like this because it's wild.
It's wild. This dog-faced bitch and her fucking entire team are idiots. I'm like, this is hilarious to watch. And Johnny Depp is having a field day in his team. Just like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. So watching this, it's very public. And everything's being, shown, proven, admitted, everything here. You had none of that with Johnny, and you fucked his whole career. You have all of this now with Amber. You need to do something.
Correct.
Because if you let her keep this big-ass box office movie and keep going about her career, when you ruin this man's for less, that's horrible. And that studio needs to be boycotted completely. So I hope we get an announcement for that soon. I don't know. I don't even know what Jason Momoa stands. He needs to say some shit. Apparently, he just liked something that was or followed something that was in reference to opposing Amber. But I don't.
Gotcha.
We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's very weird. I've been trying to not watch it because it just pisses me off. But I did let it sit up on my phone today while I was doing some other stuff, and Amber's side was cross-examining, I think it's a psychiatrist that is hired by Johnny or something. And oh my God, Amber's lawyer is a fucking nightmare of a human being.
Idiot. Every time anyone breathes, objection.
Yeah, well, so that's what was funny. So this woman is up there cross-examining, and she's so fucking rude, first of all. I mean, I don't know how this woman didn't explode on her. She's being so rude, but
wait, who's being rude?
The Amber's lawyer.
Okay, not the dude.
No, this is
he's a jackass too. Okay.
Well, I would guess the whole damn side is, but
I know
this
you're
woman,
talking about short chick.
Yes, she's up there and she's like, so you would agree that you thought, or you heard someone say that Johnny Depp was deranged, and she's like, no, I've never said that. And she's like, I can infer from this right here that that's what you're saying. And their side's objection, inferring, you can't, it has to be fact. Right. And she's like, Your Honor, it's not. I'm not inferring. She starts arguing, and the judge is like, objection sustained. Move on. Next question. And she's like, Your Honor, I don't agree. And she's like, I don't care if you agree. Move on. Next question. It's fucking dope. And she did it so many times. And I mean, so fucking rude to this woman on the stand. It was wild. But
No, did you see the one with the other jackass?
I'm trying not to. I shouldn't watch any of it because it just makes me mad. But
I had to. But it's like he's so horrible. Like they don't have any of the shit together, and it's funny because, and it's viral going around now of it. So Johnny Depp is on the stand and whatnot, and I forget what question the lawyer asked.
I did see the like super cuts.
That's hilarious.
Of all the funny shit. Yeah.
That was great. This happened the next day.
Okay, gotcha.
He asked him some type of question. Johnny Depp begins to answer. And in the middle of his answer, and the lawyer dude says, "Objection, hearsay." The judge was like, "You asked him the question." I was like, "What are you talking about? Like, let him fucking." So he objected his own question. He fucking asked Johnny. It's like, "Can I fucking answer?" Like, every time he tried to speak, objection, hearsay, and Johnny's like,
well,
and then the lawyer's like, "Well, you mind finishing?" And he's like, "Yeah, I was going to get to that. Thank you." He's like,
"Yeah." That was kind of like what happened with this one. Was the judge or the woman would ask this psychiatrist lady a question, and she would say, "No, that's actually not correct," because she's bringing up like something that she said under oath in the last trial that was like 2 years ago or whatever, and she's like, "Well, that was a 2-year-old conversation." And she's like, "The trial was 2 years ago. It was actually 4 years ago that this conversation happened." And so I don't remember the conversation specifically, but I know for a fact that I would not have said that because that's not true. And the woman's like, "Okay." And she's like, "What's actually true?" And the woman's like, "I didn't ask you that." And like, because she like doesn't want her to say what actually happened. She just wants, she's going to ask her questions to get her point across. I don't want to hear the true shit. I want to just get my point across. So it was just, she did that so many times. And a couple times the woman was like, "Well, for my own reputation, I'm going to need to answer this question because I have other people that need to hire me. And if I let this misinformation continue to circulate, no one will respect me." So she's like, let me lay out some knowledge here," and starts teaching the people. And the woman gets so fucking mad. And it was great.
They're just idiots. And like they have no stand. Anything that tries to go in defense of Amber is literally nothing but shining light on her shit and cut down. And they get no direction. Like there's no sort of abuse. There's just Amber like, "Hey, why are you there?" They playing clips that specifically try to make him look some type of way. That
was one thing that was funny was she asked this woman on the stand. She was like, "So did you not say at one point that your fellow colleague who whatever you want to call it, not inspected, that's the wrong word, but as another psychiatrist had a session with both Johnny and Amber?" And she's like, "Did you not say that he said Johnny Depp was deranged and had possibly multiple personalities?" And the woman's like, "I never said that. What I actually said was that my colleague said that exact statement about Amber Heard."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Moving on." And like, just like, "I'm fucking out of here. Like, gotta run away." And it was just,
saw that part.
It was fucking wild.
It was grossly exaggerated. Amber Heard's like accusations and shit like that, which is actually hilarious. And it's funny. I just want to put this out in the last point.
Dr. Kidman told me.
What is this?
Sustained an injury on a few speakers. Objection, hearsay.
Oh yeah. He's so fucking stupid. They were saying how, Johnny Depp was sitting there supporting her and trying to help her for a career. Was trying to shut down her career and wasn't there for her and trying to sabotage it and stuff like that. He's like, "Sir, no, I've never done anything like that." He's like, "Well, she's saying that you literally tried to halt her career. Like you're keeping her hostage, all these things." She's like, "Sir, how do you think she got Aquaman?" I was like, "Oh shit!" So apparently he helped to get Aquaman and all type of shit. And I was like, "Bitch, you bugging."
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's just ridiculous. This trial is hilarious, and
that's what I was gonna say. Is the only thing that's weird to me is because this is the second trial. Like this is Johnny Depp appealing or whatever kind of thing. Like he's coming back and saying this, that was incorrect.
Oh yeah, because Tyler's like, fuck it, here we go.
But like, why are all these audio recordings that he has coming out now and not in the original trial? Like that's the kind of stuff that's weird. Because he's obviously had them, but
Right.
Either way, I'm glad he's got them, because apparently, I mean, there's straight up audio clips of her admitting to cutting his finger off and
cutting him
to this,
punching him, hitting him, everything, not letting him leave.
Yeah,
it's
it's
insane. Like I feel bad for him, like because while they're playing it, they're like obviously looking at him as they're playing all this shit. I'm like, Jesus, this bitch is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and it's like I feel so bad. And I think he also kept to it because he spoke to it of how he's very passive and doesn't really like any of that. And it was something that he just kind of took and hit because him and his sister had a very, 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 very abusive upbringing with his mom. So he's kind of like none of this shit is, I don't respond well to this. Like, I don't like any of this. But once the article came out of like, oh, I'm an abuse survivor and all the other good shit, he was like, yeah. No.
Not flying.
Okay, here we go.
Good.
Right. And that's what happened.
Because I did see one thing where they were like, so you cut your own finger off. And he's like, why would I cut my own finger off? And they're like, we don't know, you're deranged, you have mental issues. And he's like, I have one true love in my life, and that's music. And he's like, I still play the guitar. And he's like, why would I cut my own finger off when that's the only thing that I get joy from? And it's like, I mean, yeah, it's pretty good, but I'm hoping this ends quickly. I don't know how long this is supposed to last for,
weeks.
But
anytime soon.
But it's absolutely wild. I don't know how big of a role Amber Heard has in the new Aquaman movie, but if it is small, let's go ahead and recast that motherfucker. Like let's reshoot
Emilia
that.
Clarke. Let's go.
It's the movie comes out in 11 months. You have plenty of time.
Oh yeah.
Because also all the shit's more than likely going to be in fucking water CGI stuff. So like
all
super
green
easy
and blue
to
screen.
just cut this bitch out, put the new one in, and move on. I mean, it's super easy.
Save your life. Save some time. Pull a fucking Zack Snyder. Don't even have a film with nobody. Just go in a fucking garage, film the bitch. Here are the lines. Here's what it looks like. Cool. And paste her in. That is it. That is it. Wouldn't even tell. Just don't have the two fuckers kiss at any point in the movie.
Correct. But yeah, I'm hoping that happens for sure. Only other things I saw were about Black Adam in the trailer that they got to see.
Maybe it's on YouTube somewhere. Just like bootlegged.
It's not. But I can, if you want to hear what Frosty said here. Black Adam trailer teases what the film's about, but doesn't reveal too much, except that you don't want to fuck with The Rock in this movie. Trailer ends with him throwing someone really far into the ocean. So I'm down. I want to see it. And the only other thing, this is also from Frosty. So apparently, I think this is Paramount. Whoever, or no, I guess that would be Fox. With CinemaCon tomorrow, there's an Avatar 2 possibility going on where Frosty does not know whether or not a trailer will come out or if they will get to see 15 to 20 minutes of footage. So they will find out tomorrow. So although obviously, like, I don't think that movie's going to be the monster hit that the first one was, I'm still intrigued to see it just in terms of technology basis and where they're going after this long. I'm intrigued, so we'll see what happens. But
first, I'm reading here that they also showed footage from "Don't Worry, Darling," apparently a Harry Styles and Florence Pugh movie. I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Nope.
And then Wonka, and it's funny. I'm only laughing because of the description. He's like, in the footage, Chalamet is heard singing, "You have never had chocolate like this," before he breaks out of a choreographed dance and heads down a pothole. I'm like, what
the fuck? A pothole? Does he mean a manhole?
I don't know.
Because a pothole is is from like a tire hitting the ground.
Right. It's like this big. I have fucking no idea. He breaks out of choreographed dance and heads down a pothole. That shit is just hilarious to me.
He just gets in a ball and he's like, I'm in a pothole filled
Like,
with
gotta
chocolate.
go. Whoop. It's like, what the fuck? Wow.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this movie's about, but I mean, it's perfect casting, makes the right choice. Cool. Tear it up. But that's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
I really think that's about it from the Warner Brothers panel. I think we're good.
Think we're good. All right. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I don't see nothing else. All right, cool. We covered all the ground. All right, so.
So
anything else?
tomorrow is a Disney event, is a Disney Cinemacon. That's what it actually is. So we might get some shit.
Ooh, does that mean like Marvel too?
Yeah,
Or
possibly.
just like, okay. I don't know if it's just being
Because
very
they're
specific.
doing like that's Avatar is with Disney because it's Fox. So
Yeah, let's talk about, let's talk about good shit. All right. So there's that. We'll be on the lookout. Obviously, our phones are still right here, so we're keeping tabs if anything drops or whatever during this show. I doubt it, but we'll see, just in case they decide to do it. So there's that. If you made it this far, again, subscribe, thumbs up, notification bell. Keep the conversation going. I see you guys right now live in the chat. You guys are very interactive. Thank you so much. Ooh, excuse me. Alejandro, what's up? You look new, so welcome. I've not seen you around before.
Alejandro.
Subscribe to both if you are new, good sir. Did you just sing Alejandro? You did.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So on to our main topic of the evening. So, a lovely show has decided to grace us with the 4th episode, and it is quite the doozy, actually. Moon Knight, episode 4, has officially dropped, and we get to follow our heroes throughout the sands of Egypt to try to find Amit, the stone lady, in her stone form. There you go. Whatever the fuck. Just trying to find the bitch. Basically what it is.
Trying to find that bitch.
Trying to find the bitch. So they're at the location, Mark and Lila, and Mark and Steven are having, of course, the little inner squatter, because Steven is getting a boner for Lila as well. They reach the tomb. They go in there to find Amit. They say, oh my God, there's blood everywhere. People are getting fucked up. Oh my God, there's bullets. What's going on? I don't know. And all of a sudden, it turns into The Descent real quick. I don't know if you've seen that movie or not, but all these little fucking creatures are running around and in the darkness in the tomb and gutting people up and click-clacking all over the fucking place.
Right.
And
Echolocation. Bringing that
right,
back.
exactly, full circle. And then Lila runs into Arthur and they have a nice little cliff conversation and tries to give her the truth about Mark and her daddy, implying that Mark either killed the bastard or knows who did and was there. They go, we find Amit's tomb, and apparently it is Alexander the Great, who in his time called himself Egyptian and all type of stuff, so they buried him like one. They find Amit, pull it out, yay me. Arthur finds it, give me the shit, I want it. Cool. Did you kill my daddy? I didn't, but I know who did. Sorry, I tried to stop, didn't work. Inner turmoil.
Yeah.
Then he gets shot by Arthur. He said, fuck you, that's my stone. Boom, boom, boom. He dies and falls into the Egyptian sunken place. And then shit gets weird. Complete and utter left field. We wake up and fucking One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and everybody that we've ever seen in this series is all just sitting there in white, chilling, going crazy. There's fucking, I don't know, Lila's there, Mark is there, all sedated
The gold
up.
guy. The gold guy's calling bingo.
Oh, I did not peep him. I did
The
not peep
statue guy is the one calling the bingo.
I did not peep the golden guy. But I did see somebody mention that in the reaction, and I forgot to look.
Yeah.
The cop is there. Both the cops are there.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking his boss is there. It just keeps going. He busts his ass. He's holding a fucking Moon Knight doll. It's like, what the hell is going on? I'm just like, is this whole shit not real?
Well, wait, you got to talk about the fake, the weird movie thing.
Oh,
Indiana Jones knockoff.
the fucking Tomb Buster.
Yes.
Popping up, and we find out where Stephen Grant got his name, apparently, or inspiration. Fucking, he gets hauled off into a room, and there's fucking Ethan Hawke, Arthur Harrow, Mr. Professor, saying, hey, guess what? We don't live in a physical world. Everything's psychic, man. Everything's fucking... I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, every little fucking image or set piece and everything is surrounding him in this room, from the painting where he was to the canes, the alligators, the every damn thing is in this room. And it's like, hey, dude, we know you think you fucking around with Luna Guards, and we know your inspiration from this movie. It's quite great. I like the villain. Ha ha ha. All type shit. I was like, okay, cool. Is this motherfucker crazy the whole time? Is this happening?
Yeah.
He escapes. He goes in this room that's fucking Inception all over the place. There's a tomb. Steven comes out. They're like, oh my God, we found each other. Yay, bondage. And they remember after the shot. They don't know what the fuck happens after they got shot. Going down the hallway, see another fucking tomb or sarcophagus. We leave it alone.
Somebody's just in there shaking and screaming in there.
Right. That's the third identity that's been out here shanking folks. But they said, we don't know what that is. So just fuck it.
Just keep going.
Keep going. We get to the door, and fucking Hungry Hippo fucking shows up out of nowhere. And fucking, hi. I was like, what? And the shit just ends.
After their screaming bloody murder.
Right. I did not know what to make of this episode or that ending. As y'all know, I did a reaction to that.
Yes. Congratulations.
As a request of this one. To my left. Yeah, there you go. It was weird. I, for one, think just where it's set up, this is the limbo. He's dead.
Yeah.
Excuse me. This is the limbo or the afterlife for him. So now he has to come to terms with everything. I'm sure that's what everything will bond. Him and Steven will be great and all that. And he'll come back and there's Moon Knight and whatever the fuck. He's in limbo right now. That's what I'm taking.
Yeah.
So what did you think about it? And we'll dive into like the episode and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, the episode overall I think is fine. I think it's the third best episode.
Not bad.
I mean, it gets really interesting when he gets in this, psych ward.
Yes,
when it comes to,
so.
Because you got to remember, I saw this episode a month ago.
You did.
And so I've been having to sit on this. And also,
Bug wasn't gray. Bug wasn't gray this time.
That's correct. That's correct. I'm not like a big comic person. Like, I don't know much about Moon Knight. So that's the other thing that has sucked is I had to sit on this, and I'm sitting there waiting for new rock stars or heavy spoilers to put out their, breakdown video to explain what the fuck's going on. Is this from something, whatever?
I didn't even look at that yet.
And so that's what's nice is like heavy spoilers, which I love him, by the way. He's like he's one of my favorite accounts, like straight up and down. I fucking love that guy.
Yeah.
He put out a fantastic video explaining things. Literally, this whole psych ward white, everything is straight out of the comics. In a lot of ways.
Okay.
And it wasn't Arthur Harrow as the, main, professor person, as you said, but also that character already has been like a mixture of characters. But either way, the character that was the professor person in the comics was Amit's person or whatever they call it, Avatar.
Oh, Avatar.
So like they're really following this, and what happens in the comics is kind of what you've already said, and I'm really hoping we actually get to see this happen more than likely in the finale. But I definitely think we're gonna get Jake Lockley out. Gonna have to all of them talk to each other and come to terms with one another and help. I think we're gonna get like a 3 Oscar Isaac escape scene where they all got to work together to get the fuck out of this place and get out, and
that'd be hilarious.
Whatever. I think that's awesome because that was one thing they did really well in this episode was the double, like cutting back and forth, and so they could show mirrors of each other and stuff. It was great. It looked great. It was awesome.
It was good. And the two of them together look good. Eye levels are great. And
correct. Yeah. But I'm hoping that we get a scene where because I didn't see the comic strip of it until this episode played, where it's like, I'm Mark Spector, I'm Stephen Grant, I'm Jake Lockley, we are Moon Knight, and it's him smashing the head of Khonshu and saying like, we don't need you anymore, kind of thing. And he gets to
if that happens, thanks a lot, fucker.
I mean, it's straight out of the comics. I mean, it's just
I didn't read the shits.
Well, no, that's why you got to watch this fucking stuff, because it would be absolutely incredible. Because that's
I would have liked to have seen that straight up and be surprised if that happens.
What he kind of explained was actually in the comics, somehow Khonshu is behind this whole psych ward scenario. Like, it's all a manipulation, even from him. I don't know if they'll go that route, and if that's the case, then that comic strip doesn't really make sense. But I would absolutely love that. But I also think that it would make sense to not do the destroying of Khonshu thing yet. In the first season of Moon Knight, he's just kind of good and off on his own again. I think it could be smart to save that for later on. But yeah, I would like to get your thoughts on. We just had our first episode of Moon Knight with 0 Moon Knight in it.
Yeah, we did.
Do you think we'll have him unlocked by the end of episode 5, or do you think that's going to be a finale thing?
Episode 5. He's
Okay.
definitely gonna be unlocked. Towards the end for sure. And I wasn't mad at it. Like, I liked it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that there wasn't
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Is
Moon Knight.
Oscar Isaac's that fucking good. I
Yeah.
mean, you can hang out with him.
He's really good. And just the banter between him and Mark, obviously great.
Yeah.
Him going back and forth. I really liked the brief horror segment that
Sure.
we had. Whipped out. It was really done. Really well done. The sound editing or the sound, whatever the fuck, was great. With the digging and fucking gutting somebody else, this is gross. Obviously, you can't show all that. But you can show the blood and dropping the organs into shit. Was great. The atmosphere is very atmospheric. I liked. So that was really cool. Like I said, it was very Descent-like.
I like when shit goes different, and it's very
Different. This was the horror episode. I guess you want to
Layla
say.
does get on my nerves, though.
She does.
I'm not a fan.
She does. She does get on my nerves. I will say that.
Okay.
So we're in agreement there. I like the 2 seconds of brutality we got with little head chops and axe throwing. That was cool. I was like, oh shit. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Love
going
it.
in.
There we go. Right. That's what I want to see. And everyone was just fucking great. Ethan Hawke was killing it per usual. I have no idea what the fuck to expect now with
Exactly.
tonight's episode and how this shit ended, on who this bitch is and where she just. I assume she's just another god, obviously.
Right.
I don't know what, but we'll find out tonight.
If you go back to the first episode, whenever it's Steven in the museum thing, and he gets put on inventory duty or whatever, he has to mess with a whole basket full of hippo god.
The plushie toys.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And he says her name correctly and stuff like that. So he should immediately be like, oh my God, I know you.
Right.
But because I even saw somebody say, Khonshu is in stone and he's, you can't reach him. So she might make them her avatar and allow them to get out, because that will then make him not die, just like Khonshu could make him invincible.
Right.
And but then what the fuck do they turn into? It would be incredible.
Probably some pink purpley ass thing hey guys.
It would be fucking awesome. So I would actually love that.
Imagine them fighting and she's sitting in the background. Rip his head off.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Get him.
Right.
Get him.
Summon the suit. Shut up, woman. I'm trying, right. Crush his windpipe.
But one thing I am excited about that I think we will get more than likely in this episode is the origin story because I think this is where we're going to get to come to terms with everything scenario. I think we're going to go back because it does not make sense.
Unifying thing.
Yeah, it does not make sense for Mark to not tell Layla the truth this whole time because she's known about Moon Knight, and the whole point is the guy that he was with went batshit killed the whatever the archaeologists or whatever they were called, and tried to kill him, and Khonshu came and saved him and started this whole thing.
I think didn't he mention the fact that he got killed or shot? Or
yeah, that real quick here, and it's like, why didn't you just tell her the whole story originally? Like, yeah, you were here, and so it's just part of the story, whatever. But I'm excited to see the true origin, even though it'll be quick. Obviously, it'll be probably a little 10-15 minute flashback, but I'm excited to see that. Sure and then I'm hoping we I don't know if we'll see Khonshu get broken out in this episode. If it is, it'll be the very end. But I'm hoping that we get to break out. Like this is exactly what you just said. It's the unifying of the body of Mark Spector. All the personalities. We hopefully get Jake Lockley in here, learn about him. Everybody comes to terms with everything, and we go in.
You know what? Now we're thinking about it. I don't think we'll get Moon Knight this up. Well,
yeah. See, that's the thing. I mean, I don't think we'll get Khonshu breaking out until the very end if we do.
Right. That's what I'm thinking, because I saw a still, obviously, of him in the Moon Knight suit, like in a bunch of white. So I guess he will, if it's not the last episode. Right. Gotcha. That's what I'm like. If it does, it'll happen the very, very end, towards the end, or that'll be all of what the next episode is like, for them trying to come together to face off the gods to save Khonshu. So we'll see. I don't know. That
was
tough.
One thing too that was in the comics that I hope we see, because it will be hilarious. Is in the comics he makes himself a Moon Knight suit out of like the bed sheets, and like wraps, and he looks all fucked up, but like he does it just for himself. And like I think that would work incredibly well in the show that they've done so far. So
I think so too.
I think so too. We'll see. Will Jake have an accent, or will it just be another regular Oscar voice?
Well, what's his accent supposed to be? Like a New York or something, or like a
who?
Jake Lockley.
I don't know. It's been a minute since I even touched the fucking.
Well, that's what's so like. Heavy spoilers thinks that we've seen Jake a few times already, and I don't necessarily believe that. But he's saying like he's kind of a New York mobster kind of voice, and I just think that
as long as there's a differentiation,
you have
between
to.
The three.
Yeah,
right.
I definitely think that you like. Yeah. I think it makes sense if Mark Spector is just a straight up American, non-accented guy. Give him, something like that, a super, Italian, or a go Boston. That would be funny. So yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. I'm excited for it.
There's 6 episodes of Moon Knight.
Yeah. Okay, two more. All right. So that was an episode. I loved it. We'll see tonight. You are now officially in the dark.
That's correct. Right? I'm like, I was telling him, I was like, tomorrow morning I got to wake up super early and actually watch the fucker. So
we'll see. Y'all already know. Stay tuned next week to hear our thoughts and our reaction to it. And we'll dive in. We'll dive in deep. So hopefully y'all come through. Yeah. All right, y'all. So this is your segment. This is your part of the show. Let us know in the comment sections below. Bars. What you got?
Yeah, one thing is, I do want to get your opinion for like what Kenya said. He's been saying this on Twitter as well, but
he has been.
How do you feel about the CGI on the actual suit?
I don't care. It's not like drastic enough for me to be distracted. Like it's in motion. Last time we saw it was what the duel, the fucking. What you call them shits? Well, they're on horses trying to fucking that shit. I honestly don't mind it. I don't pay that much attention to it.
What about the glowing eyes?
I don't care. Like that doesn't affect me at all. Like I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't take me out. It doesn't affect me. I don't have an opinion on it. I know he hates it.
I mean, like I'll be the first person. Like I don't like the glowing eyes. That's the thing. Is like. I do think Deadpool eyes would work better.
I don't think so.
In the
'Cause he's all
glowing?
white. Already.
But what do you mean? They're glowing white or they're matte white? What's the difference? I mean,
Glowing stands out. If it's just matte white, it's just kind of flat. I think that's why they went with the glowing, because it has to like.
but you can't see any emotion anyway. Like,
It'll be very weird and dull. It'll be muted if he does that. So I think that's why they did the glow.
well, I mean,
They
it
have
would
to.
it would look like his like Steven suit. Which the Steven suit, Mr. Knight looks better with the glowing because he can actually emote with his head more.
Right.
And so that's why I think the non-glowing on the actual Moon Knight suit would help because
And they're not as bright on Mr. Knight.
correct.
Yeah. That's odd.
But yeah, I just want to get your
Yeah, no,
thoughts on that guy.
I don't mind it. It's not.
And then the other thing, I forgot to bring this up out there in the world, but did you see any movies this weekend?
Oh shit! I did. Yeah.
What'd you go see?
I did. I went to go see The Northmen.
Oh, okay, good. What'd you
Yes.
think?
I went to go see The Northmen. I completely forgot about that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I also saw a movie. So go ahead, tell me about the North.
That's right, you bastard. I'm seeing that this week.
Yes, sir.
Probably tomorrow, actually.
Good.
So The Northmen. I really dug it. It's all, I guess, that, like, if they want to say, like, all primal, manly, fucking just vicious rage
Brutal.
type movie.
Yeah.
I didn't even find it that brutal. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was like, this really isn't. All right, cool.
I don't consider brutal meaning like gory.
Oh yeah.
But-
I know what you meant. I expected a lot more, like the way they was talking about reviews. I'm like, oh shit, it's about to be crazy savage. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I
I mean, there's
Fucking
period blood wiped on people.
that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Skarsgård
The fucking
is a
shit.
fucking beast.
Yeah, that's correct.
Dear God, like this man was just the whole. I'm like, where are these muscles? What is that?
At the beginning when he's got the long hair.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Like so fucking dope.
Just primal, just killing it.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke for the short that he's in it. It's great.
Great.
Fucking
Willem
Willem
Dafoe.
Dafoe. Right.
Crazy motherfucker.
Little 2-second gesture.
Yep.
Gesture, whatever. It was great. So here's Nicole Kidman. She lost me. I didn't give a fuck about her for the most of the movie until the end.
Yeah.
I was like,
Surprised the fuck out of you.
right. I was like, whoa, where were
Yeah.
you at the whole fucking
Yeah.
welcome to the movie, Nicole Kidman. Holy hell. Anya.
You didn't like her?
She was there. She was cool. Didn't expect nude Anya. I was like, oh hey. She got an interesting bottom. But I was like, all right, cool. Interesting bottom. Backside.
I thought it looked great. I mean,
I don't know. It's weird. We'll get into that later.
it was an ass.
I didn't think it was a good one. See, I don't want to seem like it's. I don't want to seem like that guy and sound like an asshole. That's why I was like, I didn't want to talk about it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I guess I expected more. I don't know. It was weird.
It's on you. That's a you problem.
God damn it, you're right, and I expected more.
Yeah, that's correct. It was everything I wanted and more. It was great.
Yeah, but no, I loved it. It was just a typical like revenge tale.
Right.
With cool action scenes. Like it was cool. It wasn't like amazing, but I can tell like the choreographed thing cool. But it was made up for it through Skarsgård's performance, which was cool.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the dialect didn't lose me as much. I'm like, okay,
Oh yeah, no.
cool.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah,
It was definitely not a. It was not a tragedy of Macbeth scenario at all. Like
Yeah,
this
no.
this was much easier to follow.
I thought it was gonna be at first. I'm like, okay, here we go. But then I was like, oh no,
Yeah,
it's not bad.
works out.
Right. Works out as well. Cool visually. Cinematography is great.
Yep.
The time we did get like brutal violence, I was like, that's awesome. Cool. Once that fucker gets
Did
that sword, surgical.
Did you get what I was saying about like sometimes the action looks like it's slow motion?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
It's,
yeah.
It looks like it, but it's sold great because of Alexander.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
got
Because
it.
like there's a part whenever in that beginning scene where he's got the long hair and they're
Yeah.
going through that town and he like jumps off of one of the little huts and it's
Yeah.
like horrible wire work, but like I was like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna go with it, you know.
Yeah,
And you just gotta take it.
peeped that. I was like, well, that jump was interesting. A little leap.
Yeah.
But no, it was great.
Fucking Bjork for 2 seconds. I was like, oh, hey, girl. And that was it.
Yeah.
I like the uncle, whoever the actor was. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I did not recognize him at all. Great. I mean,
not
he
either.
did a great job.
He did. Speaking of an ass, good job. The Valhalla chick, huh?
But, God, you like that guy's ass, but not Anya's?
His shit was fat. Anya was not fat. I was like, God damn. I don't know. Don't
Yeah.
make me into an asshole.
Northmen is not playing in IMAX,
It is not.
but can
I
you?
saw it on digital for Dolby.
I did see it playing at Cinemark in the XD, which I haven't seen that yet. Like I haven't gone to the XD thing yet, but I did see that it was playing in that at one point.
I don't
Whenever
think that
we went
movie's
and
worth
saw
it.
Unbearable. But yeah, I think it's perfectly fine to see normal.
Yeah, don't
Just
see
go to Cinemark for us.
4DX for the Northmen. That's
Yeah.
that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Spoilers. I'll
We
say
talked
this.
about Willem Dafoe. We just did.
Yeah, we said it was great and crazy. I mean, he was
Yeah.
only in it for 2 seconds.
Yeah, very small role.
Spoilers. So anybody?
No, you don't need to say spoilers about it.
No, I want to ask you the question at the end. Like the end. Like, what do you think it did or didn't he?
What do you mean? What do you think he did or didn't?
But did or didn't he? Like,
What?
was it like? That's what I'm saying. I can't say without doing spoilers.
Everything was very straightforward. What are you at?
No, because last time they tried to do that, it was like, oh, nope, go back, and then now.
Okay,
so,
go ahead and just spoil it.
did he get carried away to Valhalla or no? Was just another like, nope, you're not ready yet. Fly away.
Yeah, that was. He got carried to Valhalla. You watched it happen.
We watched it happen the first time too, and it sent his ass back. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, is it?
We
Did he
didn't
or-
watch him get sent it back. We watched him die.
We just watched him get stabbed. We don't know if he died. Who knows? He's a fucking beast. That's why I was like, wait, did
It's
he?
a
Or
fucking
didn't he?
erupting volcano, you dummy. He's dead whether it was stab wounds or not.
Listen, if they was fighting next to the motherfucker, he can get down.
He's
like,
laying
they're literally.
down. He can't get down. He's going to either burn alive or it was the wounds.
Why couldn't he get down? Didn't he? I don't know. He got up the bitch while it was fucking exploding.
He got
I don't know.
barely up there, and then he got stabbed like 17 times with a giant sword.
Okay, I don't know. He's a beast.
He's been through a lot of shit. I don't know.
But,
That's why just like I don't know if he went
but
because he was talking about.
I
disease
did like
and all
that
shit.
touch of like the whole time you're hearing like, is there some supernatural like magic shit? And then we get this
Right.
awesome Valkyrie, scene where it takes them. It's awesome.
Full on fucking braces and shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
which that was weird.
What's
but-
your dental plan?
I know. Odin got dental.
Right.
But
But yeah, so okay, you saw a little movie too, which I'm excited to
I
see
did.
too.
I
You did.
definitely did. It's called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. And I will be the first person to say, so my cousin saw this before me and he was like, yeah, I thought it was good. He's like, I didn't love it, but I thought it was good. And I was like, really? Because all I've heard is great things.
Okay.
And granted, he's 18, hasn't seen a ton of, Nicolas Cage movies necessarily, which he made me think that I needed to, and you really don't
I
necessarily.
don't
But
think so.
but what I will say is, I'm just gonna go ahead and give an ad to this company. It's called Brewmate, and I bought
Roommate?
Brewmate, BRUMATE, and what they do is they make cups like this kind of, but the top is a legitimate screw on,
Mm.
and then the little flap to close it closes all the way and like locks to where the liquid cannot leak, period. Like there's no way for it to leak. And so I bought it was like a little set. It was 2 stemless wine glasses, so it looks like this, but it's aluminum with the lid on it. And then I also bought it. It's actually like a wine bottle that you can pour a whole bottle of wine into it, and it'll keep it the temperature you want and also never leak. But we didn't use that. We just used the cups. But we filled up 2 cups of wine and threw them in her bag and went to see Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which could have helped a little bit because it's that kind of movie. But I had a fucking blast with this movie.
Okay.
Like, it is obviously a terrible movie. Like, it's meant to be god awful. But that's the point. It's like a parody meta type thing where, I mean, Pedro Pascal is playing an absolute fucking idiot standing next to Nicolas Cage, who is playing himself also an idiot, you know, like, so but it works so well. It's actually got a story with, you know, it's like he's upset because he's been bad to his family and hadn't been around. One thing I gotta commend, you see it in the trailer with the younger version of Nick Cage that looks fucking super weird. The one that's going fuck it, like, wow, Cage. That one, the CG is pretty good. Like, for like a de-aging, I've seen much worse, is what I'll say. He looks really weird, but like, it doesn't look bad. And that character is in it a lot more than I thought. Like, I thought that was just like a flashback. No, that is a vision that he has of his younger self, like, haunting him.
That's actually hilarious.
For being like a failure now. And so it's fucking great. But yeah, overall, absolutely. I mean, parts of the movie where the whole theater's just busted out laughing. Some incredibly stupid stuff, but it is fantastic. Like, it's seriously so good. Like, there's one part where they like take some drugs together, and Pedro Pascal does this look that is like the funniest shit I've seen all year. Like, and all it is they told Pedro Pascal to open his eyes as wide as he could and give the biggest smile to Nick Cage, and he's just like he's just so happy. Like, it's just euphoria on his face, and I mean, the whole theater was just like dying laughing. So
that's hilarious.
Please go see it. It's a damn good time. Like,
I'm seeing it
really is a damn good time. Yeah. So please, anybody listening, check that shit out, because it's comforting. Not meant to be like, it's kind of nice because you're going into it going, I know what to expect. This is not supposed to be some incredible, you know, type of thing. This is made to make fun of Nick Cage in a lot of ways. One thing I've got to say, Tiffany Haddish needs to retire from acting today. She is she is the worst thing in the movie. There's not one scene in the movie that she does not stand out as completely out of place to be on a set, period. Like, she's awful.
She annoys me greatly.
Yeah, and she's supposed to play, you know, the CIA cop that's like,
which I found
stern.
Interesting. Okay.
And yeah, it's quite obvious that she's cheap as fuck to get. And, you know,
she just annoys me. She's very one note in everything she does. Yeah. She's like, ew, hey, I get it. I'm like, oh, I'm like, girl.
And that's what's so funny is, like, she doesn't do that in this movie unless it's to, like, just at the very beginning to get in Nick Cage's face. She's like, oh my God, I'm a big fan. And, like, does that. And then she's like, okay, I got it. We're all good. And, like, she's stern the whole rest of the time. She's supposed to be like the serious cop. And she's so bad. And that was the kitchen thing. No.
Oh. Damn.
Well, fuck would I see the kitchen?
I don't fucking know. You like
horrible.
Movies? I don't.
Yeah, I like good movies. I don't like to waste my goddamn time.
Listen, keep on the power. But have a wife, maybe you want to see it. I don't know.
I talked to my cousin, and he was like, basically, he's like, I don't think I liked the movie very much because of Tiffany Haddish, because she actually is a pretty big part of it. And she's so bad.
That sucks, actually.
Like, she's so bad. But
That's right.
you
I can tolerate her.
yeah, that's the thing. You can move on from her because Nick Cage and fucking Pedro Pascal are A+, like, fantastically hilarious. Only other thing is trailer shows a lot.
Gives a lot.
Does show a lot. It does not mean that you can't enjoy it, but like it does show. It goes through a lot of the movie, and I don't really blame them to like.
Well, because it's not really a long movie, right?
It actually, I will admit, it felt longer than it was. I think it's only like an hour
hour
46.
40.
Yeah, something like that. And but it felt longer. Like it felt like a good 2 hours, but it wasn't. So yeah, but please go see it. You'll have a blast with it.
I'm excited. I'm going to see it tomorrow. So that gets me
Good.
more excited that you liked it at a good times, which means
Yeah,
9
for
times
sure.
out of 10 probably I will.
That's the thing, is this is a movie that like it's a flip of the coin where I could have hated it, but like because I liked it, I know for a fact that you will. Like
Okay.
you'll have a if you're going with friends, it's even better.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to you about it with spoilers next week.
Got
That'd be
you.
funny.
All right. Let's see. Arnold almost died recently. Heart surgery. That man has like heart surgery like every other month. He's not done.
Some roids, boy.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's see what else you guys have here. You really want this man to have a harpoon hand? This man has a hard on for bat nipples and harpoon arms. Fucking Kenya.
I don't get it. Don't get it, Tom. Poopy Pants. Should I buy the Batman movie? Forget HBO Max. What? Are you saying?
So should he buy it or just forget it and stick to HBO Max? That's what he's saying.
I'm gonna buy it physically.
I'm buying it for sure. Yeah, no question
I
about
mean,
that
are
at
you
all.
fucking kidding me? But like, I just want that disc. But yeah, I mean,
Imagine your ex take. Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah,
Alejandro. I was
That's-
like, oh, okay, he's talking about Amber. And
that's
all this.
Amber Heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna buy it because I like having movies that I love. I like having them on a disc like that.
Oh yeah.
Even though you don't get any IMAX or anything like that, but I do like having that. So that's my opinion. I actually haven't even I have not watched the Batman yet. Because I'm just gonna wait.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna wait to get it on the disc. That way I
yeah,
can,
no.
you
I
know.
was not as patient.
But I will admit, I do just want to kind of watch it. But
Yeah, I was not patient at all. The minute that shit dropped, I was like, oh,
you were all over it.
time to watch.
I know, my cousin was like, I've watched it twice, and I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
because he saw it 4 times in the theaters, and I'm like, good god, man.
and I went to my friend's house, like, we're watching the Batman.
Oh
Let's
really?
go.
Yeah.
And they really liked
That's
it.
awesome.
And it's funny. And
Well-
you know it's good because my friend, like I said, he's older. So he's notoriously falling asleep during movies and all type of shit.
Oh wow.
Didn't
He
even
was
fall
good.
asleep the entire time for 3 hours. I was like, holy shit.
Dang, that's
I was
awesome.
like, okay, right. I was like, good. For
Yeah.
him. Like, this motherfucker go to the movie theaters. He's like, I'm like,
This
what?
right,
You
this
wake
right
up.
here is gonna help me, I think, try to wait for the disc. Because that, like, I'm excited to read through this whole thing to get like an even next level of appreciation for all of it.
Where does it come out? Do we know?
Fucking like end of May, I think, something like that. Let me see.
I still have to get No Way Home.
I do have No Way Home, and I haven't watched any of the special features yet, and I should. But let me see. I have the Steelbook pre-ordered for the Batman, so I should be able to see when it.
Who just like basic shit? Because they're all like bat nipples and hook hands. I can't with him.
Oh, the
Add
other
that
message
to the
didn't
list.
pop up. He said before that, he said it's the story of why he got the harpoon hand that's dope, and it's badass. The variation of how he uses it will look dope on screen. I mean, yeah, but also your main character's running around with a fucking harpoon hand.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't want harpoon hand.
It says the Steelbook, so I guess all physical comes out the 24th of May.
24th, man, Jesus.
Which that's the other thing. Doctor Strange next week.
Oh, that's
Are
right.
we excited?
Doctor Strange next week, and you the following, motherfucker.
That's correct.
That is
Yes, sir.
correct. You the following.
That's gonna be wild.
Yes, I'm excited for both.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm very excited for Doctor Strange. Still avoiding everything, like when fucking trailers and TV spots come on TV. I'm like, I'm like, no, can't watch it.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, this shit was on my trending page when everything is like blocked and muted. I'm like, why am I seeing this shit?
Yeah. That's one thing I don't like is it's kind of it's tough for Twitter, but like I have notifications on for people, and I think Twitter should be smart enough to where if I have something they say in the tweet muted, it should not send me a notification, but it does anyway. So then in my notifications on Twitter, in that area, like there's, what could be possibly spoilerish stuff. And so that shit pisses me off. But like, and that's why, so like what Kenya just said, they came out with some dope posters in the last couple of days.
Didn't look at a single one.
And I will completely agree. 2 posters specifically look fucking awesome. And I didn't want to see them. They don't spoil anything. One looks like but
I didn't.
It was funny because like my cousin and I were talking, and we were like, it's kind of nice that they're actually going a little bit ham with the posters, because Marvel's kind of known for having the floating heads, and that's about it.
Right.
They're not as bad as Sony posters, but they're bad. So.
Sony posters are
sweet.
And
Jesus.
then Elon Musk is buying Twitter.
Yeah.
Not fucking happy about it. It's just gonna be bad, but we'll see what happens.
It is gonna be bad. It's pretty fucking stupid, actually. Yeah. But whatever. I ain't got the money, so do what you want.
I know.
Do what the fuck you want. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I ain't got nothing.
He did date Amber Heard. Maybe that's why he's fucked up.
Who, Elon? Oh, probably. Yeah. He was like, this bitch drives me crazy. I'm gonna become a fucking billionaire.
Yeah, I'm out.
So you're right. I don't know.
Going to space.
She's just fucking stupid. Right. I'm going to space.
Shoot my ass off into deep space.
As far away from her as possible. Just meanwhile she's in the back. Surprise! You can't leave. Like,
I shit on your cot.
Facts. Good luck going to sleep tonight.
Oh man.
Why am I so gassy? What the fuck is happening? If Michael Bay directed it, I'd watch it. Everything would be practical. See? And then you say stuff like that, Kenya.
If Michael Bay made a Fast and Furious movie, that would just confirm that I'm for damn sure not watching it. But that's just me.
Say it again? I missed it. I was reading his comments.
I would not watch it if it was Michael Bay.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
It would be. Did you see Ambulance?
I still have not seen it.
I'm not gonna waste my time on that bullshit.
Someone released a clip
of him punching that guy. It's fucking so bad. I busted out laughing.
That made me want to see it. I'm like, I want to see this shit.
I was like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, I left you back there for 4 minutes.
Bro, you punching cops? What the fuck you doing?
It's like you shot him or whatever, But
I mute John on Twitter during basketball season. Dude tweets every fucking second during game. That's very true. I'm passionate.
Yeah, it is. I will admit,
I get passionate. It is a lot. I'm fully aware, and I regret nothing.
Every 3 minutes, you're like, these refs.
I regret nothing. I told you shit was horrible. I get passionate.
Did the Thor trailer feel underwhelming for you guys? Yes.
No.
But it's because they're not spoiling anything.
Yeah. So no, I didn't.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty unnecessary. Like, I would have rather them just not done a trailer until we could get a full one. But I'm also on the vibe of like, I would love for us to just go to one trailer. And this one kind of just proved that more, I guess.
Yeah.
But that was underwhelming. I mean, it's not one that you're going to watch on repeat because there's no money shots at all.
Yeah, no. But that's that. Yeah, but I agree with Ken. The poster is fucking flames. It was great. Background worthy for me. I agree with that. I was being funny about the Michael Bay comment. No, you weren't. Don't lie.
No, you weren't. You
No,
fucking
you
liar.
weren't. Don't
Say it
fucking
under
say
oath.
no bullshit, right? Say it with your country ass chest. Don't fucking. You know you fucking meant that.
Oh, shit.
God damn it. Shit. All right. Let's see. Y'all got 5 more minutes. Anything else that you got, and then we'll wrap it up. Nothing dropped on Twitter yet.
He
so.
does look badass with the lion cape, but
He
also, how long is
look
he
is
going to be in
amazing.
that? Because he's about to get a bright blue suit. So, I mean, how long do we get to see him in the cool looking dark shit?
I don't know, but it was great. Are you excited for Top Gun at all? Or not excited, but are you gonna watch it? Like,
I am very intrigued by it. I've yet to see the original, but I mean, I've been watching these trailers for fucking 3 years or something, and I think that it could look really cool. I don't know what the story will be. That's kind of where things will, answer. But like,
it looks amazing.
that's the thing is Tom Cruise in a big budget thing, like going and seeing that in IMAX just makes sense. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you have to, because all that shit is practical. You have to see that.
Like, I think he actually learned how to fly a fucking jet.
Yeah, and then taught the rest of the cast
So,
how to
like,
do it.
I'm very much intrigued by it because I did see Frosty say, I think they get to see it at Cinemacon on Thursday morning, and the embargo lifts right as they walk out. And he was saying that means the studio is, very proud of the movie, and that excites me too. Because as of right now, I do plan on seeing it. I'll have to watch the original beforehand. But even then, I bet you don't have to. I bet you it's just its own thing. But
I doubt it. I think you'll have to see it. It's one of the, you really have to, especially Tom Cruise. Not gonna do that shit that's not connected. I think.
No, I'm sure it's connected, but I'm sure it's. I mean, it's just, hey, you used to do death-defying shit, and you did this one crazy thing and saved the day and high five this guy. Now we need you to come teach these guys. And he's like, I'm not a teacher. I'm a fucking.
Not this crazy. Should you high five this one guy?
Yeah.
That's funny. A sick ass volleyball match. We know that shit, but that's about it.
See, I don't even know what you're talking about there. That's not in a clip. That's not classic Top Gun clips that I see randomly on Twitter.
Oh yeah, no,
Because that's all I see is.
That's funny.
And my cousin was like, because when like the first trailer for Maverick came out, my cousin was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna buy Top Gun and watch it." And he was like, "Yeah, I shouldn't have bought it." He's like, "I should have just rented that. It's not a great movie, but it's fine." And I'm like, "Okay," but I would think that this one will be much better. So.
Oh yeah, it was. We'll see. Like I said, I'll just go and see it. But he's on a streak right now because Fallout was just fucking. Oh my god, you still have not seen that, right?
No, I've seen Fallout.
Oh, okay.
No, Mission Impossibles are great.
Oh yeah, okay. Gotcha.
I will tell you, this is really random, but the director for Top Gun is Joseph Kosinski.
Yeah, Tron Legacy.
And so I've never seen the Tron movies. I don't give a fuck about those. But
they're visually fucking amazing. The soundtrack is awesome.
But Oblivion with Tom Cruise, I don't actually
do that one.
I don't actually remember that movie very well. Like, I don't know what the story was at all. I just remember the look of it.
Yeah.
But what I remember, this is super funny because that was in 2013. I graduated high school in 2013. And I distinctly remember starting that movie on like an illegal website on my laptop at like midnight. And whatever like the overall story was, like the vibe it was trying to send, I was teary-eyed by the end. Like, it like made me like feel some shit.
Really?
And I think it was probably because I was absolutely exhausted. But I just like, I've always remembered, like, for some reason I got like teary-eyed from Oblivion. And I've never watched it again and don't fucking know what the movie's about. I just know it's all white and like futuristic shit.
Right. Isn't it clones or aliens or some shit? Like clones and aliens or something?
I'll just read this. I'll read the synopsis here. In the year 2077, Jack Harper works as a security repairman on an Earth left empty and devastated after a war with aliens. Jack has 2 weeks left before his mission ends, and he joins his fellow survivors on a faraway colony. However, Jack's concept of reality comes crashing down after he rescues a beautiful stranger from a downed spacecraft. The woman's arrival triggers a chain of events that culminates in Jack's nearly single-handed battle to save mankind. Yeah, it's got a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I distinctly remember it made me tear up, and I
That's what I'm
don't know why.
I'm trying to remember the end because I think
Like-
wasn't it like not aliens and like at the end it's like all like
Like, I think it was something that
clones
made
of them
you.
or some shit.
It made you like think about reality and like the concept of life and like what you're doing on the world or something. And so it just made. I just remember it made me tear up.
I could have swore that ending. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look up the ending on YouTube or some shit. I'm
and
pretty
Kenya,
sure it's
yeah,
bothering me now.
He is the son of somebody in the original cast because that was in the trailer that's been playing over and over.
Miles Teller or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So congrats. You came up with something that's been in a trailer for weeks.
Yeah. I think he's Kilmer's kid. I think.
Oh yeah.
Mistaken or somebody's. But I don't know. We'll see. Miles Teller is an interesting one.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. But I'm like, whatever. All right. Cool and gang.
All good.
I think this is a good. What? Kenya. I cannot.
I'm just not even gonna say anything. Where the fuck is he?
Oh shit! That just your face was hilarious. Hi, you're thinking of Elysium, pal.
That's correct. Which that movie's absolute dog shit.
Oh shit! That's hilarious. Oh, dog shit is harsh. That was
Elysium?
that was
That movie's horrible.
I like the brutality of it. That was cool.
I don't give a fuck. Go watch UFC. Got a better story in that.
People aren't exploding in UFC. Let's see. Where did he go? Neil fucking Blomkamp. He disappeared.
Oh, he
made
fell
those
off
little-
because he made some god-forsaken horrible movies.
And he made those short fucking things or series on Netflix with Sigourney Weaver and all
Yeah.
that.
That and
And that
Chappie.
was it.
Sent him straight to the fucking doghouse.
Fucking Chappie. That's I forgot about Chappie. Where you had those fucking horrible ass UK rap group as your leads. And
I
they
never
were
watched Chappie.
so horrible. Oh my god.
District 9.
Sharlto Copley and Hugh Jackman were
Great.
good in it. District 9, great, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he was attached to do the Alien movie too. For a while.
And then they were like, oh, it was a one-off. Got it.
He was like, oh, let's not do that. Actually, he's pumping some shit out that's not really that great and all look the same. Maybe we don't want to do that.
Correct. I agree.
Sorry, Neil. I think he was attached to Halo for a while too. Him and Guillermo del Toro.
Are you
for a
watching that,
while.
by the way?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm all the way good. All right.
Let's do
That's
it.
going to do it. Oh god, I'm gonna take my fucking glasses off. That's gonna do it for today's episode of the Film Cave. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you did it live and or on playback. We appreciate you ever so more. If you like what you saw here, if you truly enjoyed, again, hit that thumbs up. Really helps the channel reach a lot more people, and we want that. We want a bigger community here. Hit the notification bell, right, to be notified when all episodes drop or anything new on the channel. And of course, you want to end it all or even start it all by hitting that subscribe button right there on the bottom. Greatly appreciate you. Would mean so much to us both. And you want to see us happy, right? Yeah. All right, Sir Logan. Let the people know where they can find you and what you got going on.
Well, as always, you can find me on Twitter right here and then on the YouTubes, Logan Swish, and Patreon over there for the full Moon Knight episode reactions. I'm very excited for episode 5 because I haven't got to actually record a reaction in a fucking month for it. So I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we see some crazy shit. And
Sure we will.
yeah, man, let's get it.
Let's get it. You can find me right up top on all forms of social media. So make sure you go and hit a follow on those guys. Would appreciate you so much. And yeah, it is your boy Knight.
And I'm Logan.
And as always, maybe I just have the right one queued up. And as always, we'll see y'all in the cave. Peace.
Later, guys.